News 46, local coverage you can count on.
At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
News 46 is brought to you by Healthcare Partners and Humana. News is also brought to you by Barry Levinson and Associates, Pahrump's Bankruptcy Center. When it comes to important matters like bankruptcy, call an experienced, compassionate attorney. Call the Bankruptcy Center of Pahrump. Call 775-727-4747.
Tonight on News 46, a woman is killed walking on Highway 160.
And the University of Nevada Cooperative Extension teaches you to grow your own.
And a support group is held at the Senior Center. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Rick Vale and Rhonda Van Winkle. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening, it's Wednesday, January 25th, 2012. I'm Rick Vale.
And I'm Rhonda Van Winkle for News 46. A 49-year-old woman was killed last night on Highway 160 around 8:15 p.m. near Spring Mountain Motor Speedway. We would like to advise you that the content we'll be showing may be disturbing to some viewers, though we have blurred out the victim's photos.
Tonight's accident report is brought to you by Stovall & Associates. Don't expect insurance companies to have your best interest in mind. Stovall & Associates cares. Let us help you if you have been involved in an accident.
It's hard to determine why a person would be walking near the roadway on the outskirts of town in the desert next to Spring Mountain Motor Speedway. The Nye County Sheriff's Office has issued an official press release regarding this accident.
According to the Nye County Sheriff's Office report, a female pedestrian was walking along State Route 160 and was struck by a civilian vehicle, causing the pedestrian to be laying across the southbound travel lanes. Subsequently, the victim was struck by a Nye County Sheriff's Office vehicle that was traveling southbound. The Nevada Highway Patrol took over command of the accident scene last night via their major accident investigation team. The Nye County Sheriff's Office deputy is on administrative leave. Her name is being withheld at this time. The deputy's identity will be released on Friday, according to the report by the Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Tony DeMaio and the Nye County Coroner contacted the Clark County Coroner's Office after the accident and requested them to conduct a post-mortem forensic investigation on the deceased victim. Nevada Highway Patrol Trooper Hickson reports that the woman was reportedly walking down the middle of the highway wearing dark clothing when she was struck by the white 2000 Dodge pickup truck, which was traveling north on State Route 160. She has not been positively identified, nor has her next of kin been notified. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News.
Well, a new report ranks Nevada 10th in the nation in the per capita rate of black victims of homicide. The report, which was released today by the Violence Policy Center, says that in 2009, there were 46 black murder victims in Nevada, resulting in a homicide rate of 21.06 per 100,000 in population.
Victims included 35 men and 11 women. The report also says most were killed by guns. In cases where the relationship between the victim and the assailant could be determined, 62% were killed by someone they knew.
And Missouri had the highest African-American homicide rate at 34.72 per 100,000. Nationally, the black homicide rate was 17.9 per 100,000. That compares with 4.76 for the population as a whole and 2.92 per 100,000 for whites.
Okay, everyone, and now here's Kay at Jackson Hewitt with your tax tip of the week.
Tax Tip of the Week is brought to you by Jackson Hewitt Tax Services.
Good morning. It's Kay with this week's Jackson Hewitt Tax Tip. Remember, when you're compiling your paperwork to prepare your taxes this year, whether you do them yourself or whether you have them prepared, don't forget about your interest statements. You may have had just a slight bit of interest at the bank, but you still need to report it. You may have belonged to a plan at your work that you received dividends on stocks, or maybe you're in a stock plan and you have dividends or interest on one of your stock plans. You do need to report that income to the Internal Revenue Service. You may say, oh, I only had $3 interest, I don't need to report it. But let's just be safe rather than sorry. You don't want the IRS to think, well, they hid $3, so what else are they hiding? Let's be upfront with this whole tax return. It's not going to hurt you. It's going to help you in the long run. Thanks again. That's Kay for Jackson Hewitt's Tax Tip.
Tax Tip of the Week is brought to you by Jackson Hewitt Tax Services.
And as we head into our first break, we'll be wrapping up our segments from CES.
And does Pahrump have a support group for senior centers with cancer?
We'll have all this and more after the break, so please keep it here.
News 46 is brought to you by Pahrump Dermatology and Skin Cancer. When you need the best dermatology care in Pahrump, call Pahrump Dermatology and Skin Cancer, 775-727-9800.
Welcome back to News 46. Grow your own and learn how to at the University of Nevada Cooperative Extension on the corner of Calvada and Dandelion.
Yes, we have, it's a brand new series, 8 classes starting February 8th. It's $15 per class, or 8 classes for $60.
It's part of the Master Gardeners program?
Not at all. This is for anyone who's an advanced gardener, a beginner gardener. It's something that's going to help you learn how to start your garden and grow, and topics include composting, raised bed gardening, edible landscaping, preserving your harvest. It's a wonderful new series that we have.
This is really important out here, especially at this time. Economically, it's really a plus too as well.
It is. In fact, so many people come into this office trying to find out what to plant, what grows. Our soil is unlike anything across the country.
And so much fun as well.
It is. And in fact, we have a lot of youth that garden. We have a demonstration garden here. We have a 4-H garden.
There's some facts about gardening and how it helps your health as well, too.
Well, it is. You know, it's just with our farmers market, we have many growers here in the valley. They don't use chemicals. They use manures. It's just doing it properly. You don't have to buy it at the grocery store.
And exercise as well.
Oh, yeah, wonderful. Gardening is a wonderful way to exercise.
Stress relieving. So people can come to this class. You don't need any qualifications. You can find out all about it. I know that we have a garden here on the campus of the University of Cooperative Extension, but this is an indoor class, right?
Yes, it is. In fact, it's in our office. It's via video conference. You can come in. We have the registration forms here. You could pay for it. And the classes start February 8th, 6 to 8 p.m.
Wonderful. Perfect for people who work.
Yeah.
For more information, who can they call?
They can call this office, 727-5532, or we're located on the corner of Calvada and Dandelion.
James Gregory tells you all about the prostate cancer support group held at the Pahrump Senior Center.
Yes, we do, and we meet once a month at the local hospital. What's the name of it?
Desert View Hospital?
Yeah, Desert View Hospital at 6 o'clock. On the fourth Thursday of each month. We had Dr. Brian Lawenda scheduled to come out this month to present for us, but something came up and he had to cancel out. So we're rescheduling him along with Dr. Vogelzang, who has been out here about 3 times before and presented at the Senior Center. And they both are outstanding doctors.
I know that Dr. Vogelzang is your doctor, but he also has just a whole bunch of information about prostate cancer and what to do, and how this is really something that a lot of men don't come out and talk about or get support for, but it is such a common disease.
Yes, that's correct. Dr. Vogelzang, he spends about half his time flying around the world, meeting with doctors, scientists, laboratories, drug manufacturers. He's one of the two that I know of, people in Las Vegas who do control clinics for prostate cancer, and I think he does breast cancer, maybe something else. But he is what they call a world-renowned doctor, and he's the best. He's my doctor. He's been out here before 3 times. Like I said, he's left a real good impression in Pahrump. And we've had a good turnout, over 30 people at each of his presentations, which is good for a small town this size. So we're set up for him and Dr. LaWanda to come out in April, the 4th Thursday. I believe it's on the 26th or 28th. And that should be a really great presentation.
And what time is that at?
That'll be at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday.
And one of the things about prostate cancer, that the fact that men don't talk about it or talk about symptoms or go get checked on this is something that if you're wondering, if you want to go and get some information, this is why that this disease is such a killer, isn't it? The support groups do a wonderful job for people who have been diagnosed or who are in that maybe stage. It's a great place to gain information. It's a wonderful place to meet people who are going through some of the same trials that you are, and it's self-reassuring. I've been fighting advanced aggressive prostate cancer for 17 years now, and I'm lucky that I've had the best doctors and just a right place at the right time to still be here, as a matter of fact. So, yes, this is we do a great service to the community, and we need people to show up for our meeting. We can do great things in the community, but we've got to have people show up to our meetings. And again, our meeting is on the 4th Thursday of each month, with the exception of November and December, because that's holidays. And if you would come out and support us, I don't mean money support. We are a 501c3 nonprofit. We don't beat people over the head, give us money, but we'll leave a pot out probably if you want to drop off a few bucks. That's up to you.
Folks, don't go anywhere. We'll have much more local news coming up right after this break.
With entertainment this week, I'm Zach Fuentes. As we told you in Friday's newscast, soul legend Etta James, who was 73 years old, passed away in her Riverside, California home. You may remember we gave reports that her health had been failing for some time due to complications from leukemia, dementia, and difficulty breathing. A public viewing will be held Friday evening at the Inglewood Cemetery, and Saturday a private ceremony will be held at 10 a.m. and will be conducted by Reverend Al Sharpton. The legendary singer has lived quite an interesting life. She first hit the charts with the song The Wallflower, Roll With Me Henry, and had many other hits including I'd Rather Go Blind, Tell Mama, my favorites, All I Could Do Was Cry, and of course her classic version of At Last. Many of her songs contain lavish string arrangements, which allowed her to inadvertently become one of the first African-American artists to successfully cross over into the pop genre. Etta James was, however, also known for her hard-edged, soulful sound that made her one of only a few successful female blues artists as well. Throughout her life and career, James struggled through drug addiction and health problems, but the 6-time Grammy Award winner's voice and music has, for the most part, eclipsed the ups and downs in her life. James' legacy that has inspired countless artists will continue to live on. Now we have some news about another legendary soul artist, but I'm not too sure if it's good or bad. We told you just 3 weeks ago that Aretha Franklin and her longtime boyfriend, William Wilkerson, were engaged and expected to be married in June or July. Well, it seems like that will no longer be the case, as Franklin released this statement on Monday. quote, "Regretfully to our friends and supporters, Will and I have decided we were moving a little too fast and there were a number of things that had not been thought through thoroughly," said 69-year-old Franklin. There will be no wedding at this time. Had Franklin married Wilkerson, this would have been the singer's third marriage, and many were hoping that the third time would be the charm. The possibility of them ever getting married has not been ruled out completely, though, according to the statement. So for right now, I'll just say what it looks like for weather when it looks like some rain may or may not be coming. We'll keep our eye on it. Well, actress Demi Moore was hospitalized in LA on Monday night and is seeking treatment for exhaustion. A 911 call was placed at approximately 10:45 p.m., and paramedics rushed the 49-year-old Ghost star's house, where they gave her medical help for nearly half an hour before transporting her to a nearby hospital. There is no absolute reason as of yet as to why Moore is in need of medical attention, but some of the rumors, and I repeat, rumors, are that substance abuse is a factor. Her reps, however, are saying that it is due to the stress in her life. Moore and her husband of 6 years, Ashton Kutcher, divorced after allegations of his infidelity. Her rep also stated that she looks forward to getting well and is grateful for the support from friends and family. Well, country singer Garth Brooks has won a lawsuit against a hospital in his Oklahoma hometown in the amount of $1 million. Brooks signed what was initially an anonymous check in the amount of $500,000 to go towards Women's Health Center to honor his late mother, who died of cancer back in 1999. Brooks was under the assumption that the money that he gave to the hospital in 2005 would be going towards that center, but the hospital decided to use it for other construction projects. The hospital's defense was that the singer gave the money as a general charitable gift and asked after giving the money that it go towards Women's Health Center. The jury eventually ruled in Garth Brooks' favor and ordered that the $500,000 he donated to the hospital in the first place be returned to him, and also awarded him $500,000 in punitive damages. I'm Zach Fuentes, and that was your entertainment this week.
Well, our CES wrap-up takes us to the Kodak booth, where Joel White spoke to us about the new M750 point-and-shoot camera.
Joel from Kodak, and we're going to ask you a few questions about the new cameras that you have. Can you tell us what the camera's called and some basics about it?
Sure. This is the EasyShare wireless, so it's the Kodak M750 wireless camera. And the really cool feature about it, it's a great camera. 5x zoom lens, 16 megapixel capture, large capacitive touchscreen. But what really differentiates this from every other Kodak camera we have is this one can share, and it can do it wirelessly from anywhere. So I'll show you how it works. Okay. So I'll go out and capture some pictures and go into play mode. Touch the share button. It will bring up a menu, and I simply just tap on the site I want to use. The check mark will show up, and when I'm ready to send, I simply hit the share button. And the camera will look for a Wi-Fi network. If it finds one it can connect to, those pictures will get sent to Facebook. But the cool feature is I can now share from anywhere, even if without a Wi-Fi network. All I need is a smartphone. So I simply touch the Use Mobile, and now what the camera's doing is it's acting like a router. It broadcasts its own network. And if you have a smartphone, an iPhone, an Android phone, or a BlackBerry, you simply connect to the camera's network, and you run the Kodak EasyShare camera app, and then these two devices will connect together. The pictures from here that you want to go to Facebook will move into your camera or into your smartphone, and then will disconnect from the camera and connect to your smartphone's outbound connection, and those pictures will move through your phone to Facebook. So when I'm out hiking or traveling, don't need any Wi-Fi. All I need is a phone that has a connection to a network, and I can share from anywhere. Other cool features of the camera and its Wi-Fi capability is I can take any picture on the camera and copy it into my smartphone, and then store it in my photo library permanently, use it with any apps I might have on the phone. I can also take this camera if I'm out with friends and they have our app. They can try and connect to my camera's network, and I can allow them in as a guest and share pictures with people who are around me using the wireless properties of the camera.
Fantastic. And the best part about it is the price point. You want to talk about that?
Sure. It's $169 is the price, and it will be available end of April or May.
And now we'll talk to gynecologist and obstetrician Dr. Alec Norton with Healthcare Partners.
I'm an obstetrician gynecologist. I've been coming to the Pahrump for about the past 8 years. and I enjoy coming out here and serving the community. There's a big need for a good obstetrician gynecologist here in town.
The healthcare partners, you come from Vegas. Do you have an office in Vegas as well?
Yes, I do. I have an office in Vegas. I come to the Pahrump Clinic on Tuesday mornings, every Tuesday morning.
Wonderful. And do people need to go through their medical doctor to see you, or should they call you directly?
They can choose to go through their medical doctor, or however, they can call my office in Las Vegas to make an appointment.
And so tell me a little bit about the profession. I know that OBGYNs are not just for women who are expecting, but everybody should go see an OBGYN. How often?
Yes, a woman should see a gynecologist. I also do gynecology at least once a year for an annual exam and screening, pap smear, do cultures, mammograms, and other women's health needs.
For children, for teens, what age do you recommend that they start seeing a gynecologist?
ACOG recommends start seeing a gynecologist at age 21. However, if they're sexually active, they could be seen sooner. So once they become sexually active, it's recommended that they come in, make an appointment, and see a gynecologist, like myself, and for preferably STD screening, and other. Also, HPV vaccines. We have a vaccine called Gardasil that's available for women before they become sexually active.
So that is really a groundbreaking vaccine, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And it's going to save many lives.
And Dr. Norton, I'm so sorry, it's Alex Norton, not
Norton.
Alec.
Well, folks, we're going to check in with Zach Fuentes after the break to take a look at our 7-day forecast. Please keep it here.
News 46 weather is brought to you by Healthcare Partners Medical Group, with 5 locations in Pahrump, local doctors and professional staff providing total care from infancy to seniors. News 46 weather is also brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body. For more information, you can visit their website at nevadadairycouncil.org. News 46 weather is also brought to you by Humana.
And welcome back to News 46. I'm Zach Fuentes here with your weather. We had sunny skies today, as you can see in our little graphic there, and our high was 69 degrees, much warmer than it was yesterday by 10 degrees actually. Winds were coming out of the east-northeast at 5 miles per hour, and our gusts were at up to 10 miles per hour. A nice little breeze was moving in there. Pressure is at 30.39, our UV index is staying the same, and our humidity was at 35%. Sunrise got a little bit earlier at 6:50 a.m., and today's record was 75 degrees back in 1953. Now looking at tonight, we're going to have clear skies. Our low is going to be 37 degrees, not too bad. Winds are going to come out of the north-northeast still at 4 miles per hour. And our gusts are going to be at up to 6. Humidity is going to go up to 58%. And our sunset was at 5:03 p.m. Tonight's record was 8 degrees back in 1937. Kind of chilly, huh? Tomorrow we're going to have sunny skies once again. Our high is going to go up by a degree at 70 degrees. We're going back into the 70s. That's nice. And our low is going to go down actually by a degree at 36 degrees. Winds are going to come out of the south-southwest at 3 miles per hour. And our gusts are only going to be at 5. UV is staying the same, and our sunrise is actually going to move back to 6:49 a.m. Humidity is going to be at 35% once again. And now looking at our 7-day Thursday, like I said, we're going to have sunny skies. Friday, we're going to move into mostly sunny skies, so maybe a few clouds in there. Saturday and Sunday, our weekend looks great. And then Monday through Wednesday, we're going to have partly cloudy skies. Our highest highs are going to be 70 on both Thursday and Friday, and our lowest low is only going to be 30 on Sunday and Monday.
And KPVM has received reports that 2 people have been going into local businesses harassing their staff. Apparently, they claim to be employees of KPVM. They are described as a white male adult older and a black male adult who is a little younger. These individuals are not employed at KPVM, and all of us here have current dated and authorized official press badges. Please ask to see them. If you have any questions, you can call Vern Van Winkle at 209-3824. And just to give you an idea, we all have them. They're badges similar to this. They're blue, and they're all dated on the back and signed. So if you have any question as to whether or not we're actually with KPVM, just ask to see our badge.
And yeah, please give us a call if you have any more reports of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Well, Friday, February 3rd is Teen Night from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Nye Communities Coalition building at Wilson at West Street. There will be free karaoke, Wii games, food, and fun. It's open to the middle school through high school age students. For more information, call 727-9970.
And folks, that's going to do it for this edition of News 46. I'm Rick Vale.
I'm Rhonda Van Winkle.
And from everyone up here on the Hill at KPVM, we wish you a safe evening, and we'll see you here again tomorrow night. Until then, good night, Pahrump.
Good night.